Well, I'd be lying if I said I don't regret anything because everything was happened for a reason or whatever. But like, I wish I could say that. I think the one thing I regret is like just ever disobeying my parents, because it always turned out to be right. And so now I'm like, even the slightest things, like I'm leaving the house, I'm going with my friends, I think this guy's cute, like, Mama, is this okay? Mama, do you like this person? Mama, is it okay if I go out? What time can I come home? And I feel like that'll set me up, and I'm so scared to lose them because then I'm not gonna know what to do. Like, I don't know who to ask. So yeah, I think disobeying my parents, I will never disobey my parents.
Something I regret doing in the past, lying to my parents. I think that was the one thing that I've always regretted, and even now I continue to remind myself that, look, this is what you used to do. Make sure that everything that you do from now on, whether it's your parents or whether it's anybody else that you come across that you want to trust or you want them to trust in you, that you never lie to them.
I think my one main regret was not having a more open and better relationship with my parents from a younger age. I think when I reached maturity and certain introduction to wisdom. I don't want to say a level of wisdom because I really have no level of wisdom, but when I was introduced to wisdom, I started learning that my relationship with my parents is something that I should have nurtured at a much younger age and been honest with my follies, with my triumphs, with my shortcomings and my fears. I should have opened up to them.
I've had a couple of people now in my life who I was very close to pass on. One of my childhood friends is now in a permanent coma. My grandmother recently passed away. And as I grow older, these occurrences become closer and closer together. And every time it happens, my regret is not saying I love you or I appreciate you more often, not slowing down enough in life to spend quality time with these people.
Even if it's like little things like if I'm in a hurry at the convenience store and I was a little bit curt with the cashier, like, gets to me because I'm like, you didn't have to, she just doing her job, and you could have been a pleasant experience for those 10 seconds or an unpleasant experience, and like you made the choice to just like give her your attitude or whatever was going on with you that day. Like, I feel really bad about things like that.
I have to say that a couple of years ago when I was in high school, I used to have like a really hot temper. So probably just like, I used to like lose it in school or whatever, and lose it on people and just whatever, yell or something. So like, I know some people in my high school, they have like that look at me like, oh yeah, he just gets fired up right away, stuff like that. So I wish like if I could go back in that time, maybe I'll try to be more calm and stuff so people don't look at me in that way.
There's a lot of things I regret, but probably it's not spending my time wisely when I was younger. I've learned this growing up, and it didn't hit me until I got a little older. And it's in Arabic, it says, الوقت كالسيف إن لم تقطعه قطعك. The time is like a sword. If you don't cut it, it's gonna cut you.
On the Day of Judgment, I'd rather be one of the people that's shaded because they spent their youth worshiping Allah. And like nowadays, I'm getting closer and I'm striving for it. But I wish I started when I was younger, so now I could have more background instead of starting now when I'm 17.
I'm at the age of 26, and while alhamdulillah I'm a hafiz, but I still feel like I haven't accomplished as much as I should by this age compared to what others have accomplished. So inshallah, I'm taking steps to be able to financially support my family and pursue deen, and I'm taking those steps now. But I'm regret not having come far that far.
This is easy for me. Not bowing down soon enough, not submitting to Allah soon enough. Too many years of not realizing that Allah is our creator. That's unfortunate, but I pray Allah forgive me for that.
I think most of my regrets are in the future. Like, for me, it's like I imagine myself as an old man thinking back on my life and asking whether or not I regret the things I'm doing now. And so there, like, that's where regret lives for me. Regret lives in the heart of an 80-year-old man in the future. So that guides me in a way, and it's sometimes scary in a way. And I guess what I worry he'll regret is that he lived a meaningless life.
As far as regrets, I understand that it's already written. And so there's a lot of things that I've done. I hit a referee in high school and I never got to play football again. And I was really good at football. But I understand that that's what the law had planned for me because I was excellent at football. So to regret that would feel like I'm displeased with my Lord, what God had written for me. So I wouldn't call that a regret, though I could have been a star NFL player as passionate and as strong as I was in football. So now I coach young men to be disciplined, strong in football.
There's wisdom in everything that you do or don't do. And Allah is there's a teachable moment somewhere in that you've done, even like when, like if you said something to a friend that you didn't want to say, or maybe you didn't, there was a beautiful sister that you wanted to go ask if she was single or something like that, and you didn't. You have to trust in Allah. Because really, if you don't have any trust with Allah, then who are we a people of faith? Because you can't, there's always the reason why something happens to you, the reason why you don't do something, you have to trust where Allah is taking you or where He's not taking you. When I went to Northern California, I went to a school that I eventually failed out of, but I was introduced to Islam there. So it's like, well, I wasted 4 years of my life, but I became Muslim from that experience. So it's like, I mean, now here, sitting here talking to you. And my experiences of being a Muslim, like, just amazing. So, I mean, do I have regrets? Yeah, but I mean, with a longer, deeper view of things, you're like, oh, I see why that happened.